Graduands, guests and colleagues, my name is Mary Howarth and I am delighted to welcome you all to graduation. I have a few announcements to make before we begin so that you can relax and enjoy the ceremony. Graduands, an easy job to start with. Please check that your seat numbers match the number on your ticket because you'll be called to the stage in this order. If you discover that these do not match, our team of stewards can help you locate the correct seat. At the appropriate time, you'll be invited by the stewards to stand and to make your way to the foot of the stairs, ready to head up the stairs and across the stage. All very straightforward. There are two key things which make for a seamless ceremony. Firstly, as soon as the person ahead of you begins to cross the stage, please make sure you make your way up the stairs. Please don't wait until they've passed across the stage before you reach the top of the stairs. Secondly, don't let excitement and pride overwhelm you so much that you forget to pick up your degree parchment after you've crossed the stage. If you do, don't worry, you have still graduated. But don't try to go back because you will collide with someone coming the other way. Instead, please visit the information desk in the exhibition centre where you collected your gown and tickets 30 minutes after the ceremony to collect your parchment. At the end of the ceremony, graduates are asked to process out of the hall directed by the stewards. Family and friends, the stewards will show you to the exits once the graduates have left the hall. If the fire alarm should sound at any point, please remain in your seats, instructions will be given, and we will escort you to the nearest exit. As graduates, you will join an international community of over 123,000 alumni in 183 countries. The York Alumni Association organises many events, networks and services designed to help you make connections with other alumni across the world and boost your career prospects. Please visit the Alumni Association stand and photo booth in the Exhibition Centre where you can pick up your graduation gift to welcome you into the York Global Alumni Association. As you get your first job or take up further study or training, please remember to keep us in touch with what you're doing. Understanding the career paths that you take will help us provide the right support for current students and make sure we offer graduates like you relevant information and opportunities. Finally, please turn your mobile phones to silent, and will you all now please stand?
I declare this congregation open for the conferment of awards upon all graduands. Please be seated. Welcome to the University of York. My name's Jeffery. I'm the Vice-Chancellor of the university. Graduation ceremonies are such special occasions. They're both a celebration of our graduands' achievements, and they're also a moment of transition, with all the excitement and anticipation that comes with our graduates moving on into the next phase of their lives. So we're delighted that friends and family of our graduands can be with us to witness this ceremony and join in this celebration today. Some of you are local to York, others have come from around the UK, others still have travelled to us from many different countries around the world. You're all very welcome. And we know also that some who are special to our graduands cannot be present today. We hope that many of them will be able to celebrate at distance via the webcast of this ceremony. And we will now commence the ceremony.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the following candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Health Sciences for research in maternal feeding practices, Marina Salabalis Rasguido. For research in improving quality assessment in systematic reviews, Mark Corbett. For research in acupuncture and manual therapy for lower back pain, Vivian Dascarnio. For research in economic evaluation in child health and development, Richard Mattock. For research in perception of Ghanaian parents towards sickle cell disorders, Menford, Owusu and Mopa. For research in economic evaluation of public health interventions, Francesco Ramponi. For the degree of Master of Public Health, Louise Beltan Galindo. Lucy Burns. Lucy Flatley. Matt Greensmith. Charlotte Dewar. Gordon Igbadu. Natalie McPhillips. Mahar Naim. Lucy Kuczewski. Joseph Walton. And Ellen Webster. For the degree of Master of Science in Applied Health Research, Alexander Khan. Sophie James. Elifia Petticini. Ahmad Shatari. For the degree of Master of Science in International Humanitarian Affairs, Osmin Adda. Adriana Bora. Timothy Parker. Ashley Platten-Mills. Madeline Taylor. And Emily Wilson. For the degree of Master of Nursing, Adult, Megan Cook. Rachael Horton. Matthew Robinson. And Olivia Walsh. For the degree of Master of Nursing, Mental Health, Molly Crossland. For the degree of postgraduate diploma in advanced clinical practice, Ruth Harris. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in midwifery practice, Laura Armstrong. Camila Baker. Eleanor Barton. Natalie Broadbent. Chloe Farrar. Natasha Gray. Verity Green. Lisa Henney. Gina Holroyd. Lucy Horn. Dormian Macaulay. Jessica Margetts. Amber Kalaeski. Gillian Robertson. Kimberly Robinson. Pippa Saunders. Bethany Smith. Sylvie Smith. Felicita Welburn and Gina Wilson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Health and Social Care Practice, Christina Shenton. And Jessica Smith. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing Adult, Ikra Ahmad. Fabia Akhtar. Joella Alanda. Alice Anderson. Jade Anthony. Romy Armitage. Georgina Armstrong. Chloe Atkinson. Lindsay Barleycorn. Charlotte Beckett. Rachel Bentley. Laura Berry. Hayley Broadbent. Holly Calvert. Lydia Cameron. Ellen Campbell Gaskill. Emma Chandler. Rachel Cartledge. Faye Cartner. Morgan Christie. Candice Collins. Sarah Collis. Jennifer Cook. Sean Cooper. Susie Croston. Lauren Dale. Rebecca Davis. Rosaline Dean. Lydia Denton. Elizabeth Doherty. Olivia Dunning. Evangeline Edwards. Amy Elliott. Lucy Ellis. Morgan Louise English. Nicole Fitzpatrick. Victoria Fleetwood. Rachel Fowler. Melanie Grimshaw. Laura Good. Georgia Ill. Amber Inchcliffe. Philip Hodgson. Megan Horncastle. Jacob Husband. Sally Jackson. Courtney Childs. Rowan Kitchen. Erin Knowles. Jessica Latchford. Rebecca Long, Joshua Lithgow, Kate McMahon, Chelsea Marriott, Jodie Martin, Galia Mari, Hannah McCory, Leanne Mellors, Kate Miller, Kaylee Momont, Roberta Morehouse, Lana Beth Morgan, Danielle Murphy, Annetta Patchy, Laurie Binnington, Emily Potter, Gabrielle Potts, Alex Presage, Joshua Priestley, Brogan Ray, Georgia Rees, Jessica Robson, Abigail Rutherford, Jasmine Sayers, Chloe Self, Amy Sharp, Olivia Shotton, Lucy Smith, Natasha Smithson, Millie Stevenson, Kate Stringfellow, Emma Tarjay, Zoe Fruit, Charlotte Turnbull, Chantal Turner, Anna Fleur van Murik Broekman, Bethany Ward, Laura White, Francis Wiley, Matthew Wilkinson, Chloe Williams, and Abby Weimar. And Ellie Yulton. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing Child, Anna Alderson. Anna Donald. Amy Hanna. Sarah Holmes, Megan Last, Georgina Lee, Lucy Martin, Georgina Morel, Layla Rushton. Jennifer Spence. Harriet Vickers. And Emily Wells. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Learning Disability, Emily Bear. Katie Bewley. Lucy Berry. Charity Chilton. Emma Ferguson. Leela Gaunt. Molly Hudson. Amelia Marshall. Winifreda Masakisa. Kit McGowan. Daria Mustafa. Jacqueline Peary. Katerina Robinson. Palshadia Guskia. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Mental Health, Isabella Arcangeli. Abigail Bardot. Courtney Barnes. Craig Burkitt. Emily Burton Goddard. Nigel Chikwad Idsa. Emma Cooper. Stevie Dawson. Leah Dransfield. Emily Eve. Lauren Ferguson. Thomas Foster. Emma Fowler. Justine Glover. Jenna Harkiki. Lucy Harrington. Rosie Harrison. Emily Houston. Harriet Kirk. Joseph Leeper. Katie Matthews. Karina Main. Helen Millard. Stephanie Ord. Agnes Rinomata. Shara Sherez. Holly Shields. Karen Smith. Marie-Claire Stevenson. Rebecca Riles. Bettina Raktari. And Louise York.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ensemble Anonimi will perform Smile with lyrics by Turner and Parsons and music by Charlie Chaplin, followed by I Lived by One Republic.
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness and hide every trace of sadness. Although it's here, maybe ever so near. Oh, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile, smile, you just smile. Shining through for you.
Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although it's here, maybe ever so near, that's the time. What's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile, smile, you just smile. Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall.
I hope when the crowd screams out, We're screaming your name. I hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. I hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know, you give it all you have. But I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. I hope when the morning comes, you'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived. I hope that you spend your days and they all add up. And when the sun goes down, I hope you raise your cup. I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived. I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the following candidates for the degree of Doctor of Medicine and Medical Sciences, for Research and Evaluation of Novel Growth Factors in BPH, Conor Devlin. For Research and a Kinematic and Psychological Study of Dystonia, Rachael Newby. For the degree of Master of Science in Health Professions Education, Samuel Burks. James Forsyth. For the degree of Master of Science in Human Anatomy and Evolution, Simona Affinito. Ella Bankin. Austin Burkholder. Amarie Deisel. James Ibbotson. Antonio Peroni. David Reid. Carolyn Roberts. Charlotte Rowe. Amber Wood-Bailey. For the degree of postgraduate diploma in health professions education, Lauren Harkin. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the following candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social and Political Sciences with Philosophy, Alex Sobry.
It is my enormous pleasure to introduce Rachael Horton, our student orator who will speak on behalf of the class of 2020. Our student orators have been invited to speak in recognition of their hard work on behalf of the student community and commitment to their studies. Our speakers have pursued the most enriching experience they could during their time at York, as well as giving back to their community. On behalf of the class of 2020, I give you Rachael Horton.
First, allow me to say good morning and congratulations to everyone who is attending today's ceremony. I'm proud of all of you, including mums and dads, for creating our fabulous graduands. Thank you very much. So, anyone who's met me for more than, say, 10 minutes will know that my favourite book is The Fifth Elephant by Terry Pratchett. Not only does it portray the power of progress against a xenophobic hereditary regime, a transgender king of the dwarfs, and a 49-year-old duchess hitting a werewolf square in the mouth with an iron bar, it also gave me my favourite ever quote, which is, "You can't hope to try for the big stuff, like world peace and happiness, but you might just be able to achieve some tiny deed that will make the world a better place." Well, as health professionals, we perform tiny deeds all day that undoubtedly make people's lives better. And what we must always remember is that each life in our care is one tiny and perfectly formed little world. We meet and care for people at the most vulnerable times of their lives. We advocate for them when they feel they have no voice. And we are the people they trust with their lives. In performing these deeds, we make their world a better place, and we are uniquely gifted to have those opportunities. The knowledge, the learning, and the experiences that have brought you and I here together today mean that we are able to make each life, each world that we come into contact with a little bit better. And that makes us powerful. The history of nursing is full of those who have improved lives through small acts of kindness, often against overwhelming pushback. Mary Seacole refused entry to Florence Nightingale's team of nurses due to the colour of her skin, used her own knowledge and resources, not to mention her family fortune, to nurse directly on the battlefields of the Crimean War. She was known throughout the Crimea at the time for her compassion and her ability to provide exceptional immediate care, including at the end of life, to ease pain and to soldiers on both sides of the conflict. Her power to change the world through tiny acts is immeasurable. Even in the 1980s, we see this trend. In every nurse and midwife from around the globe, many from marginalised communities themselves, who defied the messages of hate and fear to nurse people diagnosed with HIV. Through their work, so many leaps have been made, so many stereotypes broken, and so many worlds changed. There are many great examples of this, some extreme, such as during the Ebola crisis, when staff from around the world pulled together to provide care for people who needed it, to save lives, and to be there at a time when very few people had anyone else. I suppose what I'm trying to tell you is that your power cannot be measured. The changes that you make in laughing with a woman in labour, in speaking with someone in a mental health crisis, in playing hide and seek with a sick child, or by ensuring that someone is not alone at the moment of their passing, cannot be measured. You are not the stories in the papers, the bashing of the NHS, the waiting times. You're not the words that other people say to you, because you are here. You have succeeded. Not even a year ago, someone said to me, I think you need to think about whether nursing is for you. And obviously, I think it's become wildly obvious that it is. Never, ever forget that you are a person with the ability to change the world. Because without the little things, no one can ever hope for the big stuff. And if none of that made you feel good, just after the quote in the book, the man who's doubting himself kills a werewolf with a firework. So whatever inspires you. I'd like to say thank you to the class of 2020, to our wonderful staff who've come, and our wonderful podium party. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Members of Council, graduates, guests and colleagues, this speech will conclude the graduation ceremony. Graduation ceremonies are perhaps the most special part of my job. They mark the creativity, the energy, the passion, which we've just heard about from Rachel, and the sheer hard work that you, our graduates, have put into your studies. I've just had the privilege of being the first person to congratulate each graduand as they became a graduate. And I can now be the first person too to tell you how proud the university is of you. And I'm sure your supporters, family and friends agree. So I ask them, along with my colleagues, to applaud the hard work and achievement of you, our new graduates. The University of York is a special university. It's less than 60 years old, yet already regarded as one of the UK's best, and has an outstanding reputation worldwide. All the measures we routinely use, quality of teaching, excellence of research, prospects of graduates, economic impact, they all confirm that strength, that reputation, that quality. But there's more to it than that. That quality is underpinned by powerful values. Our founders set up the university for public good, for making the world a better place. Our students were not just to be technically proficient in their fields, but also to be able to apply their learning for social benefit. And that not just in the UK, but also, and this was the language they used at the time, back in the early 1960s, as citizens of the world. We were to care, I quote, more than almost anything else about opening up access to our university to those who had previously not had the opportunity. And our research was intended not just to open up new knowledge, but also to apply that knowledge with and through its students for, and I quote again, the amelioration of human life and conditions, or in other words, for public good. What do those values mean for you, our graduates? Well, they bring to mind a conversation I had a while ago with a group of leading figures from across the public and private sectors. The conversation was about the qualities they felt our graduates should have in an era of rapid technological change. The consensus was that while technical skills to work with new technologies were important, they were in the end temporary because technology will move on, and therefore secondary. What was more important was the ability to adapt, to apply critical thinking to new challenges, to collaborate, to be comfortable in different settings, public or private sector, in different places, in different cultures. What we want from your graduates, one of them summed up, is wisdom. Wisdom, the ability to think and act using knowledge, experience, understanding, and insight. You, some of the graduates we were imagining in that conversation, do not graduate today only with proficiency in your subjects. You graduate also with the building blocks of that wisdom. You are, as the motto in Latin at the foot of the university crest suggests, at the threshold of wisdom. You graduate from a university which brings together students from a wide array of academic disciplines, all with their own eye on the public good that their knowledge can contribute to. As a result, you will, as you engaged with your fellow students, have encountered different ways of understanding the world around us and what you can do to help it flourish in future. And you will have got to know fellow students from all over that world. Our students hail from over 140 different countries. The university forms a genuinely global community. It's a meeting place for students, local and international, to exchange the ideas, experiences and values that they bring with them from different parts of the world. Through that exchange, you, our graduates, are, as the Archbishop of York put it at the inauguration of the university in 1963, citizens not only of York, not only of England or Great Britain, not only of Europe, but the world. That exchange between students from different backgrounds, different places, happens within the classroom, but also beyond it. We are fortunate through our students' unions to have the richest variety of student societies and activities of any university in the UK. We cater for pretty much any shared interest you could imagine. And many of those shared interests look outward to address challenges our society faces, whether through community volunteering in and around York, campaigning on the crucial issues of our time like climate change, or building international understanding. The breadth of perspective that comes from being part of such a multidisciplinary, global, and socially committed community is an asset that you, our graduates, will take with you as you develop your careers. And it will also be an asset for the organisations you go on to work for. That breadth of perspective nurtures wisdom, and that in turn becomes your platform for public good. Now, of course, our academics, represented by those you see up here and others in the hall, have something to do with that wisdom. They work to discover the knowledge that helps us better understand the challenges that face us all around the environment, public health, inequality, our cultural heritage, ageing, creativity, artificial intelligence, genetics, energy, human rights, and much, much more. They devise and deliver courses in all sorts of innovative ways on the basis of world-leading expertise. Expertise. There are some who have said, we've had enough of experts. Well, we haven't. Our academics believe in the search for truth, the principled use of evidence, and the importance of sharing their knowledge and expertise for general benefit, for public good. And I laud the passion with which they share that expertise with our students, the inspiration they give, but also the inspiration they in turn get from their students, including you who have graduated today. I laud also the contribution of other staff at the university for what they do in ensuring things run smoothly. Whether it's organising the library, looking after university finances, managing our careers service, cleaning student bedrooms, or keeping our many, many geese more or less under control. So let me call on you, our graduates, to join me in applauding our outstanding staff and all that they've done to support you through your time here. I'd like now to say something about the family and friends supporting you in this hall today. I suspect they may have helped you from time to time during your period here at the university, providing advice, companionship, the occasional shoulder to cry on, laundry services, and no doubt a little bit of money here and there. Graduates, in light of all of that, would you please stand and turn to your family and friends in this hall and applaud them for their support? I wish all of our graduates success and happiness for the future. Please do keep in touch. As you crossed the platform earlier, you became members of the York Alumni Association. Through the association, you can stay in touch, share experience and insight, help and support one another, and of course keep in touch with what's happening here in the university. One thing you'll hear about is York Unlimited, the campaign for the University of York. And some of you will have played a role this year in helping to shape and launch that campaign, raising the profile of and helping to support the issues we all care about, including widening access to university and building new knowledge about vital issues like mental health and well-being and environmental sustainability. And many of you have inspired, supported and helped raise significant funding for all these areas. Thank you, and do continue to help us further. We do look forward to hearing from you as you move into the next phase of your lives. We look forward to hearing about the ways in which you use the skills you've developed through your degrees, but also the wisdom you've built through your wider experience here at York. We look forward to hearing about how you make use of that wisdom to build your own careers, but also make your contribution to our founding principle, the amelioration of human life and conditions. We look forward to hearing about your contribution to the public good that's a special feature of being part of our community at the University of York. Thank you. I now declare this congregation closed. Please rise.